Welcome to Talking Crue, an official Motley Crue podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things in the world of Motley Crue. This is episode 138 this week. Shout out to Motley Crue fan sites. But first, this week in Motley news, a little bit of it. John 5 announced 2 new solo shows, November the 15th in Cordoba, I think that's how you say it, Cordoba, Argentina, and on September the 17th, he will be in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I think this is absolutely freaking fantastic, if you ask me. He started the European tour and then had to reschedule some dates, but he's coming back in October. Then in November, also in October, he's heading to Mexico, and now in November, South America. Again, I think this is awesome. John 5 being a busy bee, as he always is. And that's it in Motley news this week. Like I said, not a whole lot going on. But this is episode 138. Shout out to Motley Crue fan sites is what I'll be talking about on this week's episode. I thought I would do something totally different and share the love, as Tommy Lee would say, and talk about Motley Crue fan sites that I think you need to definitely check out in case you haven't done it before. You can tell there's a lot of hard work and dedication and love of this band goes into these sites, including myself. My friend Scott Walls was telling me he doesn't think a whole lot of people know how much time and dedication I do in research and all that stuff just to put together an episode of this podcast. And it's because I love this band. I don't ask for money. I don't, none of that stuff. I think that's all horse crap. If you love the band that you're doing a podcast of, you shouldn't ask for anything. That's my 2 cents on that. So let's get right into this. So let's get going. I will post the links to these sites, these 3 especially, in the comment section down below and on the Talking Crue Facebook page. So let's get going. So the first one I want to talk about is called CrueCollector.com is the website. This site is ran by my friend Sean. He has a website, a Facebook page, and a YouTube channel, not to mention an Instagram account as well. The website shows all the Motley Crue bootlegs that are out there. The YouTube page that he has is songs live and demos, plus a tons more Motley Crue stuff on his YouTube page. The Facebook page is Sean shows off some of his collection, plus he lets other crew heads like myself share what they have as well. And then on Instagram as well, like I said, CrueCollector.com, he also shows off more of his collection on that as well. So yeah, definitely check out that website. The second website I want to talk about is called Chronological Crue. This one is ran by Paul Miles, who I've talked about before. He helped write John Corabi's book, which I talked about in the John Corabi series on episode 132. He is a Motley Crue historian. On his website, you can look at different dates throughout the years, from it even says pre-Crue all the way up to the stadium tour. And you can read whatever date of that month and find out what was going on in the world of Motley Crue, which I think is absolutely freaking fantastic. I spend a lot of hours on that website. So definitely check out this website, Chronological Crue. There's enormous amount of Motley Crue stuff he has put on this website. Plus he sells Chronological Crue books. They come in, I think it's a 4-set thing. And then if you don't want to look at it, read it on the website, you can buy one of his books. I got one of his books right back here behind me that I'll be talking about in a future episode down the road. Plus a fan crew head book as well. So yeah, definitely check out this website as well. As you can tell, they're all a little bit different, and that's what I want to share to you guys. So, and then the last one, as far as websites go, this one's called Crew Loyalty, all one word. It's ran by a couple of Danish crew heads. They post, now they're totally different from Chronological Crew and Crew Collector. They post articles and pictures of magazines of Motley Crue from all over the world. They even filed this into sections, so you can go from of eras of the band. So you can start with Too Fast for Love. There's all kinds of pictures and articles written about the band during that time, and you can go through album by album all the way up to the stadium tour. Plus, that's not all. They show posters, unused posters, flyers, t-shirts that didn't get released, documents of the Kaufman and Kaufman stuff, buttons, books, plus tons more. Not only that, but there's also solo stuff, a solo section of Nikki, Tommy, Vince, and Mick, of single pictures promoting like Tommy Lee. Let's say if you click on the Tommy Lee, the Methods of Mayhem stuff, the solo album stuff, Tommy Lee Goes to College, all that stuff. Nikki, same way, 58, Brides of Destruction, 6 a.m., Vince's solo albums. Mix, a lot of the mix stuff is the ads for guitars, like Kramer guitars and stuff like that. Still really cool stuff to look at. And again, it's another website I spend hours on just looking through all this. But that's not all. There's a ton more out there. I mean, a ton of dedicated Motley Crue Facebook pages. I'm a member of a lot of them myself. That help me. Some of them help me promote this website, promote this podcast. There's even Facebook pages dedicated to individual members of the band. So that's all on Facebook, plus the Talking Crew Facebook page. Then on YouTube, there's channels as well dedicated to the band, like Motley Land is one that's coming to my mind. I meant to write some down. But that are dedicated live bootlegs or demos or both, or meeting the fans, plus a tons more. Not to mention, there are huge crew heads out there that post pictures and videos on social media itself. Twitter or X, whichever one you want to call it, TikTok, and Instagram. Like I said earlier about Crew Collector, there's also another one that's really cool. I think you guys need to check out Motley Crue Collection as well. So yeah, I mean, there is just an absolute ton of stuff out there. All that being said, I just want to say thank you to all of them. All the Facebook pages, YouTube channels, all the social media stuff, Crew Collector, Chronological Crew, and Crew Loyalty. I just want to say thank you for that stuff. That, to me, as a fan of this band, I appreciate it. And I spend hours and hours on this stuff. So there's that for this podcast. Now, homework this week: have you visited any of these websites or Facebook page or YouTube channel? Write me a comment down below. Maybe it's one I need to check out if I haven't myself. And that's it for this week. Now, I first did the Vince Neil series. Next, then I did the Tommy Lee series. Then I did the Nikki Sixx series. Then I did the Mick Mars series. And a couple of months ago, I ended the John Corabi series. Next week is episode 139. I've been talking about doing this episode for almost 3 years. This is how long this podcast has been going, 3 years now, which is freaking amazing. But episode 139, I'm going to do the tribute to Randy Castile episode. That'll be next week. Can't wait to do this. If you know anybody that's a Motley Crue fan, likes to talk about Motley Crue, hear about Motley Crue, send them this way. Hit that share button, copy the link, and send it to them. Tell them go on Google, Firefox, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and tell them type in Talking Crue. All the episodes will pop up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button yourself. Give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It helps out the podcast a whole lot. I want to welcome all the new subscribers on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify. Welcome aboard. It's absolutely freaking fantastic to have you here. I want to thank everybody who gives me a thumbs up, send us homework questions as well. And that's it. I'll see you guys next Friday. And you just took a ride on the wild side.